Let me first thank all of you for coming to this book launch. I also want to thank Dr. Tony Tan for agreeing to be guest of honor. Our foreign service has come a long way since 1965 when we became independent unexpectedly. In those days, most of us who had anything to do with foreign affairs had to learn the craft on the job, as it were. There was no handbook on how to do it, and we were learning as much as we were doing, constantly innovating and adapting. Now, 46 years later, I think we have built up a significant corpus of norms and principles and experiences that form the core of our foreign policy. Buried in our archives, as well as the memories of several generations of ministers and officials, there are many important and interesting episodes and stories to be told about our foreign policy. Many lessons can also be gleaned from them. My book is not and does not purport to be a comprehensive account of Singapore's foreign policy, but it contains my own reflections on selected episodes where I was involved. I started this writing project with a limited objective of serving as case studies for younger officers in the MFA, as well as officers in the civil service. I thought that they would find it helpful when they later face their own challenging situations. However, when I circulated my drafts to various people for the comments, several strongly urged me to publish it and not limit the readership to the narrow confines of the Foreign Service or the civil service. Dr. Tony Tan, a valued friend and former cabinet colleague, actually wrote to me a letter where he urged me to publish it because, as he said, the story deserves to be read by a wider audience. I also had tremendous encouragement and help from many in MFA, from former Foreign Minister Giorgio, his permanent secretaries, and many officers, and I wish to thank them. Now, a few words about the contents of the book. The central theme is that small countries face unique challenges. The harsh reality is that size matters in the international arena. But this does not mean that a small country is doomed to irrelevance. And I've tried to show how, through proactive and reactive diplomacy, we can create economic and diplomatic space for ourselves and try to be a relevant player in regional and international circles. But let me sound a note of caution or reality check. Do not think that this is a given, that Singapore will always be able, as some have described it, to punch above our weight. If we have done well, it is because of a unique combination of several important factors. First, Singapore is viewed as a success story, not just in economic terms, but in other aspects as well. Socially, our meritocracy, our multiracial harmony, our stability, law and order, our corruption-free system, and world-acclaimed legal and justice system, and so on. If we do not continue to be seen as successful, then no one will pay attention to us. Secondly, the quality of the people that represent us on the world stage is an important factor. From President, Prime Minister, former MM, Emeritus SM, Giorgio, and other ministers. They are all highly regarded, and people seek out their views. We also have excellent permsecs and ambassadors who are well known in international circles, like Bilahari, Kausikan, Tomiko, Chan Heng Chi, Kishore Mahbubani, Chu Tai Su, to name a few. And the third factor is the ability of the various agencies and ministries to work together and pull together as one cohesive, united team. Those, in my view, are the factors. Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong has a very good team of ministers now, though Giorgio's absence, in my view, will be felt for some time. Our economy is doing well. MFA continues to attract good officers. But can we guarantee that this combination of factors can be sustained indefinitely? I do not know. But I do know that the moment we fail to do so, then we will be marginalized in the international arena. I make this point because all Singaporeans, and not just civil servants and MFA officers, must understand that for all our success and growth, we will always remain a small state. And vulnerability is an inherent condition of all small states. Even some of our young MFA officers, when they first joined, wondered why we could not be like, say, Denmark or Switzerland. Of course, they are soon exposed to the harsh realities of international diplomacy, and they quickly understand why not. But not all Singaporeans can have this experience of working in MFA. At the same time, no foreign policy can succeed, in my view, unless it has the understanding and appreciation of the domestic public. This is the other reason why I later thought it important and was persuaded to write this book for a wider audience. Finally, let me say that foreign policy is always work in progress. Issues will change with time, but we will always have to be guided by our core national interests. As I look around here at many old hands present at this function, I must say I'm very grateful to those who have brought MFA to where it is today. We now have a new team helming MFA, and I'm confident that Minister Shanmugam and his team, together with the men and women in Singapore's Foreign Service, to whom I've dedicated my book, will continue to hold the torch high. Thank you very much.